And welcome to Homegrown Recording, awakening through authentic musical expression. I'm really excited for this video. We're going to be talking about our original Homegrown Collective song Freedom, breaking it down for you guys, getting into the production nitty-gritty, talking about the story, and I'm just really excited to get to explore this. It's a really beautiful piece of music with some incredible artists. All right, so let's get into it. So I have the Freedom session here. So right at the top, let me go through some of these sounds. So we have this really cool vocal chop created by Anthony Kilhoffer, amazing, legendary producer. And it's like the hook of the song. Like it's so much of the song is built around that, so much of the production. Then we have this piano. Getting into the progression. Organ coming in.
Freedom moves through me like the breath of my inner child.
Yeah, so very live sounding vocals, and the lyrics are beautiful. Freedom moves through me like the breath of my inner child. Spirit, you feel me in the depths of my beating heart. The other production element that really starts to elevate it is we have this organ part coming in. Now with organ doubles beautifully with vocal chorus for getting a really thick, textural, and deep choral sort of sound. I'm just playing the two on their own. Especially like this B3 style organ. With vibrato, with Leslie speaker, it's very, it supports the vocals very nicely. And then our other main element with the piano. And the piano's filling out that low end, that bass register, and also helping to support the vocals. Now the one other element that's introduced here is we have our bass track. And the bass is doing more of the fills here. So the bass is playing around the vocal quite a lot in the chorus. Getting ready for the transition into the hook, the riser. Last lyric of the chorus, in the depths of my beating hearts. So we're thinking about the heartbeat. You know, what can really sound and feel like a heartbeat? And the percussion, that's marked with a stomp. So that kind of stomping heartbeat, you know, and the tempo is very slow. The tempo is, it says here 124, but we're feeling it at half that speed. We're feeling it at 62 BPM, which is like a resting heartbeat. All right, bringing us into the first verse here.
Feel it in my body, feel it fast, feel it slow.
So we have this vocal chop here, vocal sample. So that's another kind of vocal chop, and this one is specifically focused on complementing the verse section. Now what's going on with the vocal here is we have a lead vocal line.
Feel it in my body, feel it fast, feel it slow.
And then we have the same line doubled, but it's been form and shifted.
Feel it in my
and it's down a fourth.
Feel it fast, feel it slow.
The second verse,
God, glad I'm never
it's brought out a lot more.
So
how does that sound with the production? First part of the verse, percussion's very stripped. A little bit of texture from the guitar, chopped vocal, lead vocal, little bit of percussion, mostly the stick here. Then we have a riser, drums come in. So we have this beautiful shift in the pre-chorus, Alena, Bernardi, and Catriona Fray singing the lead vocals here. So here in the pre-chorus, we have three vocal parts. We have one part, second part, low part, and high part. So together, just the vocals.
Visions beam bright, but faith in not sight. We
Now we have this really cool reverse guitar part here. We took the guitar part and we reversed it. Lost in the Night, Visions Beam Bright. We definitely went for a little bit more of a kind of trippy psychedelic thing here with the reverse sounds, the different keyboards, the movement, a lot of movement in the drums.
Feel it in my body, feel it fast, feel it slow. Praying to my God, glad I'm never going so low.
Notice how when Catriona sings here, praying to my God, I'll never go so low, she goes down with her voice. So the pitch is reflecting that lyric as well.
Feel it last, feel it grow.
Always flow free, feel it last, feel it grow. This last line in the phrase grows into the pre-chorus, and then the pre-chorus, lost in the night, visions beam bright, is like that big sort of explosion of sound that we work towards in the vocals.
Lost in the night, visions beam bright.
Like there's an expansion coming out of the verse. So in the first verse, there's just that side stick in terms of the percussion, and then the percussion comes in halfway through. Now for the second verse, we have the percussion, and right from the get-go, have a little bit more energy. That formant shifted down a fourth, background harmony is boosted here for the second verse compared to the first. Flutters in the sky on that higher vocal part.
Always flowing free, peace at last. Feel the soul glow.
Feel the soul glow, lost in the night. So that lyric takes us right into the pre-chorus. Here, the first half of the pre-chorus is fairly similar to the previous, but listen to what happens here in the second half of the pre-chorus. So here we have a different build. Now for this third chorus, the bass is boosted, so we get a little bit more energy in the bass here. We added a break right here, a small break. Just the hi-hat and the vocal. Double the kick in the second half of the chorus. So there's a little bit more beefiness in the kick. Here we go into the bridge.
Ancestors rest in broken chains, their memories never slain. Though we die again and again, we rise, released from pain.
Here we have our Rhodes. So the Rhodes part is different, and there's sounds like RC20, some type of noise addition to the Rhodes texture. Here's our electric bass. Love how those three parts all complement each other. I'm gonna take it back and add in the drums. So you have this layer here that's all vocal chops. With filter on the end.
And again we rise, released from pain.
So for this chorus, it's very similar to our first chorus in terms of the energy. We don't have percussion. It's much more laid back. And it features the organ, the bass, piano, and vocals.
You feel me in the day.
I love this moment, this a cappella moment. Takes us into the last harmony. You can hear there's saturation on the drums, a little bit of distortion, and it's nice, it adds some texture. And that's doubling the melody with the vocal chop. So I'm gonna do that and the vocal chop for a moment together. Playing off of each other, around each other. Sometimes together on the melody and sometimes spreading apart and going in different directions. Little pentatonic run at the end and a little bit of added reverb and distortion just at the end of that synth part. Let's hear how that sounds with our other keys parts. So the organ's been brought out here. We have these additional organ layers that have been added just for this final hook. Adding in bass. A bit of RC20 crackle on the keyboards. Amazing singer Talya, who did these improvised vocals here at the end. Has a volume LFO tool on it, have them swell in and out. Really beautiful vocal that's saved specifically just for the bridge and for the end of the track. So you can hear it's in the background at first, then with volume automation it's brought out further. All right, thank you so much for joining us for this breakdown of Freedom. I hope you enjoyed it, maybe picked up a few things on the way. It's a really fun journey getting to create these songs and getting to explore this music with such incredible artists. I encourage you, please go check out the song. It's out on all platforms: Spotify, YouTube, Apple Music, Tidal, Amazon, you name it. So go check it out. It's Freedom by Homegrown Collective. In search it, you'll find it. You can also check it out on our website, and looking forward to seeing you soon.